Good morning, good morning. We're going to make some chicken noodle soup today. I've got my Instapot going with my chicken in it. I don't have a stabilizer, so I'm probably shaking, so I'll stop for the moment. Here we are. I've got the chicken going in the Instapot, Pioneer Woman style. We're going to make a chocolate pie today. We're going to make some cornbread. We're going to be busy in the kitchen. It was a request from my stepson about the chocolate pie, so that's what we're going to do. I'll try to put the recipe in the comments or the description. Sorry, I'm still learning, but I am feeling a little more comfortable on video. Everybody's been so nice, and I'm just so appreciative and welcoming, and it's been fun. If you have, thoughts about starting your own YouTube channel, you should really do it because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Still got a lot to learn, and I appreciate everybody's comments. So we'll get back to the chicken noodle soup shortly. Okay, here we are back with the ingredients for the chicken noodle soup. I use a box of Swanson's chicken broth. I like Swanson's the best. We got a can of carrots. We got some frozen broccoli. And we're going to use a half a bag of wide egg noodles. Now my husband's going to open this crock pot here so you can see the chicken. You see? Chicken's done. So now I got to pull it out and let it cool and shred it up, and I'll be back with the rest of the process. Okay, everybody. We've added the chicken broth, cleaned out our pan and added the chicken broth. And my husband's going to put a half a bag of egg noodles in there. And he's doing this because I always make a mess pouring stuff. The broccoli. And we're going to add a can of carrots. And then here's the chicken that I took out. Drained the broth to get all of the goopies out of it. Now he's pouring that in. Don't that look good, good, good. I think it's going to take another another box of chicken broth. So I'm going to go get that. I'll catch back up with y'all in a little bit. Okay, here we are making cornbread. I've got the oven set on 425. And this is my cast iron square skillet. I always make mine in a square skillet because that's how my nanny taught me. A couple of tablespoons of olive oil and a couple of pats of butter. I'm going to put that in there to get it nice and hot. Now we're going to take 1.5 cups of self-raising cornmeal, half a cup of flour. So there's a total of 2 cups in there. And then I always use just a little bit of baking soda to make it rise, or baking powder, excuse me. Now, because I always do this soul food style, I really don't know how much milk I'll use. So what we're going to do is shake our buttermilk. I like to use whole buttermilk. And we're going to pour 1.5 cups. And what I'm going to do, and I know I don't use egg, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour enough in there to start stirring it a little bit. And what I want to do with my buttermilk is just use enough buttermilk to make it thick. And I use buttermilk because it helps the baking powder to activate. Okay, y'all see how that just came together? Now, I'm going to take my whole lactose-free milk that I use and pour enough in there to make it soupy. I didn't measure that, but you can tell when I get through how soupy it is. And this is the part where you have to be careful because I splash stuff everywhere. I'm a messy cook, which is why my husband normally does all the cooking. But he likes my cornbread best. Not quite soupy enough. Okay, there it is. That's soupy enough. Let's use this last little drop of buttermilk so it don't go to waste. I love it. It's so yummy. Okay, while the stove is preheating and the oil is getting hot in the skillet, we're going to let that rest so it'll swell. And I'll see y'all after a while. The oven is ready, and I hope my skillet is ready. The husband's going to get it out for me and put it right there. Let's see if that's ready. Yep, you see how that's bubbling up? This is yellow cornmeal, and I just put a little bit of yellow cornmeal on the top of it. It's going to make a good crust. See how that's all swollen up? So take this, plop it in the center. See how that brown goodness is around the side? That's going to cook a really nice golden crust. In you go for heaven knows how long. There's the cornbread. She's out of the oven. You want to try a piece? See how it tastes?
It's got to be good. That's mighty good.
Thank you, honey. There's the Noodle-licious chicken noodle soup just steaming away, ready for some cornbread. We're going to add some peas separately because one of the family members don't like peas in his soup because he's allergic.